If you've been holding off on a camera upgrade, waiting for that perfect balance of speed, reach, and professional power, your patience is about to pay off. Welcome back to Tap Tech. Today we're diving into the absolute latest, most authentic leaks and confirmed filings for the camera that is set to break the internet in 2026, the Canon EOS R7 Mark II. For years, the original R7 has been the go-to for wildlife and sports. Photographers who need that APS-C reach without the five-figure price tag, but it had its flaws. The rolling shutter, the polarizing ergonomics, and the lack of a battery grip. Well, Canon hasn't just been listening, they've been engineering a beast. We're talking about a baby R5 Mark II that is about to disrupt the entire mid-range market. We are breaking down the brand new 39-megapixel stacked sensor that confirmed 8K video capabilities, and why the recent FCC filings prove this camera is coming much sooner than you think. Stick around until the end, because the pricing strategy Canon is leaked to be using for the Mark II might just change your entire buying plan for this year. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter, the sensor. For months, rumors fluctuated between a standard 32-megapixel update and a 40-megapixel leap. However, the most recent and credible technical leaks point to a very specific number: 39 megapixels. But the megapixel count isn't the headline here. The real game changer is the stacked, backside illuminated architecture. This technology is expensive to produce, which is why we've typically only seen it in high-end bodies, but Canon is finally bringing this precision to the R7 line to eliminate technical bottlenecks. If you're a wildlife or action shooter, you know the pain of the original R7's rolling shutter. When shooting at high speeds with the electronic shutter, birds' wings would distort and vertical lines would lean. By moving to a stacked sensor similar to what we see in the professional R3 and R5 Mark II, Canon is effectively killing that problem. A stacked sensor allows for lightning-fast readout speeds. This means the R7 Mark II will likely offer a virtually distortion-free electronic shutter experience. Imagine firing off 40 frames per second in total silence, with zero blackout in your viewfinder, and every single frame being perfectly sharp, with no jello effect. This puts the R7 Mark II in direct competition with high-end flagship bodies, but in a crop sensor format that gives your 400mm lens the reach of a 640mm. For those of you shooting field sports or bird photography, this is the holy grail. Now, speed is useless if you can't hit the target. The R7 Mark II is expected to inherit the accelerated capture system and the latest dual-pixel intelligent AF from the R1 and R5 Mark II. We're moving beyond just animal eye detection. We are looking at action priority modes. The camera's internal processor, likely an updated Digic X or a version of the new DIG IC accelerator, will be able to recognize specific sports and predict subject movement. Whether it's a soccer player about to kick a ball or a hawk diving for its prey, the R7 Mark II is being designed to lock on before the action even happens. Leaks suggest the autofocus working range will also see a boost, performing significantly better in the low light, blue hour conditions where the original R7 often struggled and hunted. This is where the R7 Mark II starts to feel like a pro body. Multiple sources have now confirmed that the Mark II will support 8K video recording. This is a massive statement from Canon. By bringing 8K to the APS-C line, they are targeting high-end hybrid creators who want the resolution for cropping but prefer the lighter kit of the RFS system. This resolution also allows for incredible flexibility in post-production, enabling you to deliver a perfect 4K crop without losing a single detail. But it's not just about 8K. For the majority of us, 4K is king. And the Mark II is rumored to deliver 4000 at 120 frames per second with no crop. This is a huge jump from the current model. Add in 10-bit 4:2:2 to C-Log3 and potentially even internal RAW recording, and you have a cinema-capable camera that fits in a hiking bag. To handle the heat of 8000 and high frame rate 4K, the body is expected to feature improved passive venting, and some whispers even suggest a specialized internal heatsink design to ensure You don't get that dreaded overheating icon in the middle of a shoot. One of the loudest complaints about the original R7 was the ergonomics, specifically that unique dial around the joystick. While some loved it, the professional enthusiasts found it hard to switch between their R5 South and R7 South, authentic leaks and internal. Mock-ups suggest that the R7 Mark II will move toward a more standard Pro layout. Think of it as an R6 Mark II body, but with an APS-C sensor inside. We're expecting a more traditional rear dial, a dedicated still and movie switch, and finally, a dedicated vertical battery grip. Speaking of power, the recent FCC filings under model DS126933 have confirmed the use of the LP6P battery. This is the same high-output battery used in the R5 Mark II. This is a massive clue. It confirms the camera needs high power for high speed processing in video, but it also means it's compatible with the latest charging accessories. For those of you who spend all day in the field, this change alone makes the Mark II a mandatory upgrade. If you're going to shoot 40 frames per second, in 8K video, those old SD cards aren't going to cut it. The most reliable leaks indicate a shift to a mixed slot setup, one CFexpress Type B slot and one UHS-2 SD slot. This is the professional standard. The CFexpress slot handles the heavy lifting, clearing the buffer instantly and recording high bitrate video, while the SD slot provides a cheap, easy backup for your JPEGs. No more waiting 30 seconds for your buffer to clear while the bird of a lifetime is flying right in front of you. So when is this actually happening? It's based on the 180-day confidentiality period of the FCC filings. We are looking at an official announcement between March and June of 2026. Many analysts are pointing toward the C+ trade show or a standalone spring event. As for price, this is where it gets interesting. Because the specs are moving so far up market, we expect a price bump. While the original R7 launched around $1,499, the R7 Mark II is rumored to sit in the $1,899 to $2,199 range. It's a higher entry point, but when you consider you're getting 8K, a stacked sensor, flagship autofocus, it still represents the best value for money in the entire Canon lineup. The Canon EOS R7 Mark II isn't just a refresh, it's a complete reimagining of what a crop sensor camera can be. It's the bridge between the enthusiast world and the professional world. If you need speed, if you need reach, and if you need a camera that won't let you down when the action gets intense, this is the one to wait for. But what do you think? Is 8K on an APS-C sensor overkill? Or is it exactly what you've been waiting for? And more importantly, does the shift to CFexpress cards change your mind about upgrading? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And I want to know if the R7 Mark II is going in your bag this year. If you found this deep dive helpful, do us a huge favor and smash that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And if you want to stay updated on every single Canon leak as it happens, hit subscribe and turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss our next video where we compare the R7 Mark II against the competition. Thanks for watching TapTech. I'll see you in the next one.